What is up, Super Fam and Bro Vengers alike? I am Sensei Finito, aka Vane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today, we are going to be doing our review and open discussion of none other than Deadpool and Wolverine, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have seen the movie. If you've seen the movie, drop a 1 in the chat and let me know what's happening. Let me know if you've seen the movie or not. If you've seen the movie, drop a 1. If you haven't seen it, drop a 2. And if you haven't seen it yet, but you plan on watching it, drop a 3, okay? I am excited to jump into today's episode of Marvel Bros. We're going to be talking all things Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm talking spoilers. I'm talking major cameos that were there, our feelings about the entirety of the movie, all that good jazz. We're going all the way there. Let me actually put that into chat right now. Let me put that in the title. Yeah, let's go. Let's go spoiler chat, okay? Usually how we do movie reviews and stuff is we do 15 minutes of non-spoiler discussion, and then we do we'll talk spoilers after that. Hey, big shout out to Jamie Rodriguez, man. I appreciate you, brother. How you doing? Am I wrong, or did that say 22 months of being a bro venger, man? Big love, big shout outs to you, brother. I hope you're having a fantastic day today, bro. My guy said, just got out of my second screening, brother. Hey, that's lit. Yo, I hope everybody is excited to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. There's no spoiler-free stuff going on today, okay? If you haven't seen the movie, I'm sorry, but we're 100% talking all spoilers. The movie is too big to not talk spoilers. I'm sorry. Maybe I should get a spoiler warning graphic on here so y'all know. But at the same time, it's like, yo, we're talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, so of course it's gonna be spoilers, man. Of course it's gonna be spoilers. So, if you haven't already, make sure you guys follow us on social media at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture, okay? You can also follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I may be partaking in at that particular time. And, of course, you can also check us out on the weekly podcast, wherever you check out your podcasts at. I am right now streaming on both TikTok and the Tuberuski, so if you guys want to tune in with us on YouTube, we are on Marvel Bros, and if you want to tune in on TikTok, it's Sensei Finito. So just so you guys know, those are the places to tune in if you want to tune in on the other one, okay? We're vibing, we're talking nonetheless. No matter where you guys comment at, it'll be featured here on the stream with us tonight. And then, of course, you already know you can send your gifts if you want to, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no needs to none of that over there on TikTok, but you know how you doing. Okay, I'm excited to get into all things. What in the hell? I'm excited to get into all things Deadpool, man. I really love the movie. Let me know how you guys felt about Deadpool and Wolverine in the comment section down below. I want to know how you felt about it out of a 10. Like, if we were to rate this movie out of a 10, what would you put it on your scale? Marisu, I know you rate things a little bit harder, but let me know how we feeling. I'm going to jump into chat here as well and see how we're doing. Kiwi Kirby says, I'm here. Yo, what's up with the Curbs? I hope you're having a fantastic day, brother. I really do. 1 and 4 rewatched. Yo, you rewatched it? Oh, okay. I feel that. Again, big shout out to my guy Jamie, my boy, for coming through with that level 1 Bro Avenger membership for 22 months straight, bro. I'm noticing that I don't see your. Oh, okay. Here we go. Bam. Okay, there we go. Bam. Did that work? Yeah, there we go. And then let's turn off that one. Boom. I appreciate you, brother. Look at that thing shining right there. That's a beautiful thing. Bro said, just got out of my second screening, this time solo, bro. How did you like it, Jamie? Let me know, man. Let me know how you're feeling about that, my boy. I hope you really did have a good one, brother. I hope you enjoyed it solo. For real. I hope you had a good time with it solo. Can't wait to see it again. Yo, I agree with you, Marisu. I can't wait to see it again either. I think it's going to be freaking awesome when we are able to check out. We'd like to be able to check out that movie again. But I'm still high off of the first time I watched it. Not going to lie. 10 out of 10. Okay, Albert, I see you. How you doing over there on the TikTok, man? I appreciate you. Hey, Sean Franklin, welcome to the family, man. How you doing over there too, brother? I appreciate the follow. Did you know Robert Downey Jr. has come back to the MCU? Yeah, Sean, I did know that actually. And if you are tuning in, let me see. If you're tuning in with us, no matter where you're tuning in with us out, I just put out a YouTube video kind of talking about Dr. Doom and some stuff. And then yesterday, I actually went live with my guy, Mike Beasy, the man, the myth, the legend, the one that I be getting a lot of the scoops and the leaks from. And he let me know a lot about a lot of stuff that's going to be going on in the future of the MCU. Leaked a little bit of that, scooped a little bit of this, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too major. Never nothing too major. He's always dropping those hints if you follow the breadcrumbs. But yeah, you can also check out my YouTube video that I put out that is basically talking about a lot of the stuff that we could be seeing within the MCU going forward. Am I tweaking? Oh, whoops. I just put that. Yeah, I'm not tweaking. But you feel me? We was definitely vibing, talking about Deadpool, not Deadpool, talking about the MCU and all that stuff yesterday and Avengers Doomsday. If you guys, I don't know if anybody has heard the news, but since we're talking about it already, Robert Downey Jr. has been cast as Dr. Doom in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Doomsday will be replacing Kang's Dynasty in the MCU lineup for those Avengers movies. And both of those are also going to be directed by none other than the Russo brothers. I mean, hey, I feel like that alone is something to be really excited for. However you feel about the Robert Downey Jr. news, that alone, hearing that stuff about, all of that stuff, it's a vibe. So I want to know how you guys feel about that news. 1 out of 10, how do you feel about that news? Are you hyped about it? Are you not hyped about it? I want to know what your scaling is right now. Let's get a temp check on that. You know what I mean? All right. I guess 1 in the chat if you like it, 2 in the chat if you don't, and then you can also put what you would rate that out of 10. How about that? I saw it twice. Oh, okay, Albert. Okay, I see you. Great movie. Yeah, I really liked it. Words, I'm not gonna lie, I had a really good time with it. How can the movie be so raunchy yet so wholesome? That's a really good. I think that's a good way to put that. That it was definitely a raunchy, wholesome experience, yo. It was definitely a raunchy. It was definitely that. I can say that. That's the best way to actually to phrase it. Dying here. Okay. I'm going to give it a 7.5. Okay, a 7.5 out of 10. All right, words. I feel you there. Hey, I appreciate you, Albert. Welcome to the family over there, man, on TikTok. Yo, let's go with it. What was that just popped up? Jamie with a super chat. I appreciate that, man. Let's look at it. I wish we got a Hulk fight and Johnny not dying. Yeah. Yo, I feel you all the way there, man. Look, we're going full spoilers, you guys, so I'm going to give you this last warning. That was a huge spoiler right there, right? That was a huge spoiler already. So I want you guys to know we are going full spoilers in this G thing. So be careful if you have not seen the movie, okay? All right? Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Big V's over here. It's a 9.25 for me, just under a perfect movie. I can agree. I can definitely see that. Like, I can see how people are not a big fan of the movie, but also I can't see how people are a big fan of the movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, what? You don't like the movie? Really? Huh. Why? Like, what were you looking for? That's kind of how I feel going into this. And I don't think we've even been able to appreciate Deadpool and Wolverine as much just because of all this craziness with RDJ. Yo, Mike Beasley, the man, the myth, the legend, him himself. How you doing, G? How you doing? Are you vibing? Are you chilling? I hope you're having a good day. Oh, you know what? I meant to drop this in the chat, and I did not. Let's go ahead and go here. Here. There we go. And put that over there. There we go. All right, let's dive into what you just said, Jamie. I wish we got a real Hulk fight and Johnny not dying. Okay, let's just dissect that first part. Okay, I definitely wish we got to get a real Hulk fight, and I think we didn't get to see that. I think we didn't get the Hulk fight because it just hasn't happened yet. You feel me? Like, it was a tease more than anything. It was like a tease and not just like, oh, we're not going to see this happen as a tease. No, it was like so just imagine what's going to happen as a tease. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, brother. It's going to be crazy. Get ready, Jamie. Get ready, Jamie, because we are only scratching the surface, my man. We are only scratching the surface. The surface, if you will. Oh. Bam. Okay, man. Okay. Let's keep going through some of these chats right here. Is it because Kang actor got canceled? I mean, for in so many words, yes. That's basically why. I don't think that's the only reason. I mean, the big thing to note here is that Dr. Doom was always going to be the thing that was going to come up no matter what. Like, we were always going to go to Doom. No matter what was going on with Kang the Conqueror, we were always going to end Kang with Doom. Like, Dr. Doom was always going to murder Kang at the last second and take the spot. You know what I mean? That was always the idea of what was going to happen. But the shit that was going on with Jonathan Majors is definitely, putting the pedal to the metal with putting the Doom stuff out more. Because up until this point, we haven't had any answers about Kang's dynasty, what was going on with Kang, or any of that. So with this answer, with this casting, we get a shit ton of answers around RDJ and Kang the Conqueror alike. I mean, literally in the names and the titles, the proof is what's happening. Kang's dynasty has been replaced by Doomsday. Like, that is what happened. Kang is getting replaced by Doom. That was always the plan. That's always the direction that we were going to be going in. And now we just kind of see it a lot clearer. And mind you, everybody that's in here, everyone that's in here that's ever been in here before, y'all know I have been preaching the gospel of a soft reboot going on. Like, I have been saying that since the beginning of the multiverse saga. So now it's a little bit more imminent, as you can see, because it's kind of the man, like I said in the YouTube video that I created, right? The man who started it is going to be the man who ends it. So I think we're cooking in that aspect. I'm not gonna lie, I think we're cooking. With it being RDJ, I still think that we're cooking with that as well. You know, no matter what, I believe that we are cooking. The cook is in the kitchen for sure. Oh shit! I'm so sorry, everybody. About I did not see everyone was still commenting. Okay, okay. I'm gonna talk about the movie for a little while. I'll let you guys get all of your thoughts, theories, and opinions out in the chat as well, and then I will catch up with that. And after I talk about the movie and nerd out a little bit, you guys already know how we do around here. Okay, so let's talk about the movie first and foremost. I loved the movie. Me, Remy, my cousin Dwight, Hannah, aka Hars, aka Battery's girlfriend. We all went to the movie together. Battery unfortunately wasn't able to go because he had a work trip different thing that he had to go on and do. So he unfortunately wasn't there with us, but he did see the movie also, and he also really enjoyed it. All the people that we went with really enjoyed it. I'll just merch check you guys real quick. I was not able to get Baby Pool, the popcorn carrier drink combo thing, because unfortunately there was a shipment issue at the IMAX that I was at, and then the local Regal that I have in my own city, they unfortunately ran out of the movie, out of Baby Pool before the movie even came out. Like, before the movie even aired on Thursday, people came through and bought all of the Baby Pool merch that was there for us. But they did have these Deadpool and Wolverine pops there. I got these from the theater. I didn't buy these separately. These were this was merch that they had there, of course. And on the back it does say Deadpool. On the back it says Deadpool. You got Deadpool and Wolverine there. So yeah, this is pretty dope. These are dope. I really like those. I'll save this for a little bit later. I also got this popcorn tin. I really like this popcorn tin, and I do say tin literally. It's a tin. You know, it's the it's a metal tin, I guess is the best way to say it. It is not, you know, just a plastic tin like some of the other ones have been. Doctor Strange's was plastic. The Marvels was plastic. Almost all of the ones were plastic. No, actually, I think the Marvels had a tin. Yeah, the Marvels had a 10 popcorn bucket. And this one actually also, boom, look at that. It came with a popcorn lid. And and all of the, what are these called? The popcorn tin, and all of the collectible merchandise from the movie theater that I have ever got, none of the popcorn tins have ever came with a lid. So this is W. This is W Riz right here. I'm not going to lie. It's definitely W Riz, okay? That's definitely W Riz. And then I also got this little this Deadpool and Wolverine cup. This cup is awesome. This cup was amazing. And as you see, it also is, I don't know what that's called, reflective. And then it has Deadpool right there in a movie, in a seat. You know, he's in the seat watching the movie with you. Freaking dope. They also had a Wolverine one. They also had a Wolverine topper, which, you know, that's also dope. But I didn't get that one. I got the Deadpool one. And then they also had another popcorn tin that I did not get, but I didn't like it, honestly. And it was a popcorn tin, and then it was also, it had Deadpool and Wolverine action figures on it, which sounds cool in theory, but when you look at it, it looks stupid. Like, it looks stupid to me, so I didn't get it. And it also, like, you couldn't take off the figures. Like, they were stuck. Like, they were fucking stuck to the thing, and I was really not happy about that. I was like, I can't take the figures off. Like, I can take Deadpool off of this if I wanted to, and then just have him sitting here with us as we talk. You know what I mean? Like, look at that. That's cool. I might just have that like that, because that's dope. But, you know, I couldn't take the figures off, and that was stupid. That pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. Like, this is going to be my new little watch party. This is my watch party friend now, you know? Like, now we have someone to watch these movies and shows with us, man. So I unfortunately did not have any of the freaking craniums. I know some people had craniums. I saw, I think Andre had, the cranium. I think he dropped that in the chat. I think Mike Beasy just said he had Headpool. Some people had the Wolverine head. Like, there was different merch everywhere, man. And I really want to get my hands on all of it, but I know that shit's going to be expensive. I'm not going to lie. I almost was in Beasy's Discord asking all the people across the world. You know, I was like, bro, I'll Venmo you. And then you just get it for me. You know, it almost happened. All right. I loved Deadpool and Wolverine, like I was saying. Back to the review. It was amazing. I thought the beginning sequence was crazy, yo. Seeing that opening sequence of Yo, seeing Deadpool use the skeleton of Logan to murder all of those TVA agents was diabolical, and it was also awesome. And if you think about it, I think I saw Eric Voss say this from New Rockstars. He kind of like put Logan to rest, since his adamantium skeleton literally would just sit there forever and nothing else would ever happen because it's adamantium. Like, by like dismembering him, it's almost like he's scattering his ashes in a crazy bloody way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a messed up thing, but it's kind of beautiful, you know? It's kind of beautiful. Like, and then, yes, exactly. And then cutting into, oh my God. And then cutting into Bye 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 at the same time, and having Deadpool, like, getting it. Yo, like, that was awesome. What a way to start the movie. I don't think you could have set the tone better, you know? Like, that's literally the way that you set the tone of a crazy movie that you're about to get into. I loved that. I loved it so much. I had such a fun time. Like, already, like, legit, just the first, before the title pops up, it was an amazing time already, bro. And Deadpool was killing the dance, though. Like, bro was killing it. You know what I mean? He was really killing it. And then he was killing the TVA agents as well. And I loved both of those things. Like, him doing both of those was awesome. Yeah, bro, I really loved that. I love the fight sequences. One thing I like to make a note of, and I'll say that at the very beginning, is it was amazing to see the MCU bloody. Like, it was so awesome to see. Like, can I just get some W's in the chat for being able to see the MCU in a bloody way? Like, this is what we know the MCU could be with these fight scenes and stuff. We were teased with it with a lot of stuff before. Like, bruh, just how bloody it was so awesome, because it was not too much. It was gory, it was bloody, but it wasn't over the top at all. Like, bro, it was not over the top. Like, versus the Suicide Squad, the blood in this was nowhere near as insane as it was in the Suicide Squad. Like, the blood and gore in the Suicide Squad was just over the top, almost grotesque at times. Like, you don't really get the grotesque vibe here at all, bro. Like, man, like, bruh, being able to really see it happen, and not just like, you know, because of course we've seen Logan be bloody before, we've seen Deadpool be like bloody before, but in this way where it's like it's so much more cinematic than we've really ever seen it done. Bruh, it was awesome. It was awesome, bruh. It was awesome. Even the times we see Wolverine be crazy bloody in the X-Men movies and on the Logan, and even Logan, you know, it's still kind of, I don't want to say undermined at all, but it's still like it's not a comic book shot all the way, because it's very serious. It's more of a serious note. And this movie had those serious notes, but it still was comic booky. You still got to see him in the accurate comic book suit. We have never seen Hugh in the yellow and blue. And he looked amazing. Like, he actually looked amazing. So I loved that first beginning. All of that is just well, we don't see, you know, Hugh before the title card, but all of that is before the title card happens, when he takes everyone apart, whooping ass left and right. And then, of course, he does this badass moment of like having having Hugh, like having the claws, and he's like, And he has the Wolverine claws because he has his like forearm and wrist, and that shit was so cool. Like, bro, I never thought I would see some dopeness like that, bro. Like, what a way to make up for sword hands. Like, give him the claws in a dope way, like in a way that that's not ridiculous. Not look ridiculous. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. What a movie, bro. What a movie. Shit was actually crazy. Faces were melting. Okay. All right. How we feeling, guy? Wait. Hold on. Before I jump into chat, and then we get to see Happy Hogan. Like, what? W Happy. W being able to see Happy in this movie. And all the Easter eggs that he brought with him. Cap's, the shield that Iron Man used to create his that arc reactor, you know what I mean, that he used to prop it up. Proof that Tony Stark has a heart. If you guys were confused about this Happy Hogan scene, it is set in the past. It's not like the proof Tony Stark has a heart thing is on his desk because it's before they used it as a as a funeral thing. R.I.P. And I don't even know if it was explained how bro got to that universe. Did they explain how he jumped to another universe? Did he just use like the time thing? I think he has a device on his wrist, and that device has allowed him to travel the multiverse, apparently. I don't know. I don't remember the watch like that. I'm not going to lie, but he has the watch, and he's there, and that was wild. We then get the return of Peter Poole. We then get the return of Peter Poole, and yeah, and then yeah. And then yeah. And then in comes the TVA. All right. Let's see how everybody's feeling. Let's see how everybody is talking about. Yo, I thought all of that shit was crazy though. I thought all of that was crazy. We get that dope suit up moment, bro. Oh, wait, Thor. We get that wild Thor moment that we never get answered. Throughout the movie, he constantly wakes up and he's like, Thor crying. Thor needs me. And we get no further context on what the hell that is going on. But it looks awesome though. I really want to know what that Thor moment was about. You know? He's like, yo, is that Thor? God of Thunder. Like, bruh. A little hint at what's coming in one of these movies, brother. Just a little hint at it Because he definitely says, oh, that's from the future. Bruh, what? What future? Whose future? Yo, I was trying to look for it, and he touches his face. I forgot he touched his face, yo. Crazy work. Crazy work, yo. That movie is insane. Uh, Movie is insane, yo. So then we get Deadpool escaping, of course. He escapes, whoops some more ass, and then he goes on like a binge of finding a whole bunch of Wolverines. And then we see little miniature Wolverine, like comic accurate Wolverine. Like comic accurate Wolverine was actually crazy. I can no, I'm not about to. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Yo, I could not believe the comic accurate. I could not believe the comic accurate little Wolverine. Yo, that was crazy. Little Wolverine was hilarious. That was comedy. Literal comedy. Literal comedy, bruh. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. I was rolling seeing his tiny self there, bro. Legit rolling on the floor laughing out loud when I saw little bro. And then we proceed to get amazing cameos back to back. We get to see a whole bunch of different Deadpool and Wolverine, you know what I mean? Like Deadpool and Wolverine combinations, but one Deadpool, but a bunch of different Wolverines. Just a bunch of them. We got to see Patch. I was surprised that we didn't get to see like, you know, Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine. I'm not gonna lie. I think they might actually be saving that for something. I don't know why, but I feel like that's something we should have saw here, and we didn't see it. What's the X-Men with what's the Wolverine that has the skulls all around him? I can't think of his name. Yo, but it just W cameos back to back. And then, of course, the one that everyone probably cares about the most, we got to see straight comic accurate Wolverine going against Hulk, though. Like, about to go against Hulk. How dope was that? How dope was that? Like, come on, son. We can't pretend. We cannot pretend. It was dope. Insane. Like, actually crazy. What? What? Wild. A lot of things that we were waiting for in like Secret Wars happened in this movie, and it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy that happened. I love that every Wolverine kills I love how every Wolverine just kills him. Just kills Deadpool though. And then of course, we get Cavalrine. We get Cavalrine. What a W cameo, bro. Yo, we kind of knew that Henry Cavill was going to be in this, but, bruh, to see him, I didn't know he was going to be Wolverine, I ain't going to lie. So to see him there in all of his cavalry goodness, like, bruh, holy. Yeah, there we go. Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. Thank you, Mike Beasley. I could not think of the name of it, bruh. I knew it was Apocalypse something, but I was going to say Apocalypse Now, and I was like, no, that's not right. And yo, like, who would have expected that? Who? Who here? And like, bro looked good. Like, bro looked fucking good as Wolverine. With the cigar and everything. Like, oh, like, what? And I think Deadpool put it best. Yo, I promise you we'll treat you better than those fucks down the street. You know what I mean? Like, we will treat you so much better than DC did. Like, so much better than DC did. Like, woo, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. Like, it's crazy how good Henry Cavill looked as Wolverine, bro. Like, it's pretty diabolical, bro. Like, whoa, what just happened? What just happened? Like, bruh, I was going insane. I was going insane in the theater. I don't know about your guys' theater, but we were losing our mind. And then, bruh, just, like, holy shit. He looks so good. He looks so good as Wolverine, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, that alone had me ready. And then, like, is it a coincidence that we get kicked away from Cavill to the Wolverine that we're gonna spend the rest of the movie with? Doesn't that feel kind of purposeful? You know? Doesn't it feel kind of purposeful that it's Henry Cavill that kicks Deadpool into the Wolverine that we get for the movie? Like, bro, what are you trying to say? You know what I mean? Like, that's how I felt. Like, oh. Heart beating in the theater, bro. We were going crazy. Whole theater was hype. Like, that's cavalry. Like, bro, we were going crazy. Like, holy. But, I mean, it was crazy that he pointed him out. And then, boom, we get the backstory of this Wolverine. And he's like, he sucks, basically. Bruh lost. And, you know, he was mad about that loss. And then we go into one of the best. I mean, all of these fight scenes were spectacular. I don't think there was one fight scene from this movie that wasn't good. Like, there was not one fight scene from this movie that I did not like, you guys. Dead ass. I can't think of one that was, and every fight had a purpose. Oh, that's what I like too. It's like, I mean, they were fighting just to fight, but also there was story behind the fights. And the fights got more intense with how much story there was behind them. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah, man. I just can't even begin to explain it. And then we get probably one of the best moments in Like one of my favorite moments in the movie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite moments in this movie, and it is when Wolverine and Deadpool stand off, looking at each other. Wolverine opens his mouth, blows the smoke out like he's smoking a cigar, but it's a bullet. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. I'm getting so hyped, bro. I'm getting so hyped right now just thinking about this moment, okay? And then we get the dopest shit I have ever seen Wolverine do in the last 23 years of him being Wolverine. Oh, but we can't forget, we start this off with the badass reload scene from the trailer. Like, that's where it starts. It starts with that badass shit going on. And then he starts yanking at him, just blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the bro, literally. I'm like, what the fuck is happening in this movie right now? What the fuck is happening? Bruh, like, literally, that was me. That was me falling out my seat, bro. That was me falling out my seat. And then Wolverine crawls towards him, getting shot. Bro, oh my God. Oh my. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. How do you not appreciate the hell out of that? How do you not appreciate the hell out of that? Oh my God. Did just start. Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it. That's how we start the fight. And then he does the signature move that almost every Wolverine in any video game has always had. He did the freaking windmill spin with the claw. Bruh. The windmill claw spin? Come on, son. And it looked badass. Like, bro. And then, bruh, just the choreography in this movie is crazy. Deadpool, like, runs away, but he stops, and then the sword flies out of the sheath, and flips over, and then as it's flying, he grabs it, and then they just start. Oh my God. Bruh. You don't understand. You don't understand that we've never seen no shit like this from Deadpool, from Wolverine before, bro. No one gets that. Like, all we've seen from Wolverine is be a beast. Like, that's all he was. Like, I'm not even trying to be, like, hate on him, though. It was just a monster fighting, bro. Like, in X-Men, it was just a savage. Like, a savage just going crazy on anyone. Just, like, that was it. But here, we got to see some choreography, some great fighting. Like, brother. Oh. And they're just stabbing each other in the face, stabbing each other in the head, like in the neck. Like, bro, Deadpool is doing somersaults, backflips, kickflips and shit in the middle of fighting. Bro. How amazing. And then guess what happens after that? Immediately after this, we figure out, okay. Immediately after this, we get the moment that I literally called. I don't know how many of you ladies and gentlemen here, what in the what? I don't know how many of you ladies and gentlemen are here right now. I don't know how many of you guys that are here right now that were here back in the day when I was dropping theories for movies. And I was like, bro, how badass would it be? Marisu, please tell me if you remember this. Mike Beasy, I don't know if you were here in the chat for this on this day. This happened 1 to 2, maybe even 3 years ago, bro. Maybe even 3 years ago. I said, how crazy would it be that if in Secret Wars we see Chris Evans, and we all think he's Captain America. We all think he's Captain America, and he has something covering his suit. And then when we all think he's gonna say Avengers Assemble, he says Flame On, and it's Johnny Storm. How many of you guys remember me saying that? I don't know how many of you were here for how long, but that's verbatim what I said would be crazy if it happened. And it happened verbatim. I gotta find the clip. Because it was definitely like 2 years ago, yo. It was insane, brother. It was insane. Like, I literally said it word for word. I was like, this would be insane if it happened like this in Secret Wars. And then a lot of you guys called me crazy. But here we are, and it's happened. In Deadpool and Wolverine, yo. Yo, it's insane. It's insane, bro. I can't believe that we just had that shit happen. Like, verbatim what I was asking for. Like, LFG, let's fucking go. Like, I don't know how many times I said that when watching the movie, yo. Like, I have no idea how many times I said that shit watching the movie. Legit. It's honestly insane, bro. Like, wow. It's insane, brother. It's insane how that shit happened, brother. It's insane how that shit happened. I loved that movie so much, bro. I loved this movie so much. It was amazing. It was amazing, bro. And how hilarious was it to find out that Johnny really said all that stuff about Madeline Pryor, about Cassandra Nova, yo. That had me rolling. That he really said all of it. That was hilarious. That had me dying, bro. I was like, bro, I can't believe it. And his Fantastic Four suit looked pretty smooth. It was definitely updated from the last time we saw him. It was kind of a combination, not a combination, but in the new Fantastic Four movie, that's bad, we do see Reed Richards in those camo type pants at some point. So it's kind of cool that we get to see, like, almost this, like this combination of it going on. It was fire. It was fire, bro. It was fire to see that. Like, bruh, what? Actually, it was diabolical. I'm not gonna lie. It was diabolical how amazing that shit was. It was diabolical, bro. It was diabolical. Let me catch my breath, bro, because I just got so hype. Like, they followed that badass fight with a Johnny Storm, Chris Evans reveal. And then they proceeded to rip his skin off of his body, and he just dropped as a pile of blood, guts, and bones. Oh my God. Oh my God. The collective, when that shit happened in my theater, was insane. Like, we could not believe the shit that we just saw transpire. Literally, it was diabolical. And I mean, it might just be me that thinks this, but I don't think it is. But after seeing Cassandra Nova be an absolute menace and literally rip off the skin, like, bro, just seeing her rip his skin off, it really shows how reasonable Scarlet Witch was actually being in Multiverse of Madness, doesn't it? Like, she was being so reasonable. Because she could, like, Scarlet Witch could have easily been on Demon Time like that. Easily, bro. Like, no, like, look at, how sad is it that both of our Fantastic Four that we got to see, they both died. Is that like getting us prepared for what's going to happen with Pedro Pascal and the Fantastic Four? I didn't even think about that. Like, we have seen Reed Richards die. We just saw Human Torch die. Is that telling us something about the movies? About when we see them? Like, damn. But again, just shows us how reasonable Scarlet Witch was truly being in those movies, yo. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, when watching that movie and hearing Scarlet Witch say, this is me being reasonable, hearing her say that, all of us were like, you're crazy. Like, lady, you're insane. There's nothing reasonable about this. And then you have Cassandra Nova just rip off bro's skin. Come on, son. Insane. Honestly, insane. And left bro as a pile of blood and guts. Crazy pull right here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you know this, but one of the cars, one of the vehicles that they had in that Mad Max style was a cupcake truck from none other than Moon Knight, you know? The one that we all thought was related to Dr. Doom. And then we saw this Deadpool and Wolverine, this same thing in Deadpool and Wolverine. And then we also got the Dr. Doom announcement at San Diego Comic-Con on opening weekend for Deadpool and Wolverine that has this, you know, cupcake truck showcasing that everyone thought linked to Doom. It's kind of, it's like, it's a coincidence, but it's a weird coincidence. I mean, there are so many coincidences going on here, right, ladies and gentlemen? Like, can we at least just agree with that? There's a shit ton of coincidence happening. And something else that I appreciate is we get these badass cameos at this moment, and it feels like, oh man, these are just cameos. But then it pays off later with a badass fight. Just saying. And that was awesome. Then we get a little bit of talking with Deadpool and Wolverine. I really love Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds together. No matter what. They're just awesome when they just talk, yo. When they're talking, there's so much passion that can come up with it. I mean, Hugh Jackman possibly gave his best Wolverine performance that we have ever gotten in this movie. Like, he has played one hell of a Logan over the years, but damn, this was the best Wolverine that we have ever seen him be. And it was incredible. Like, insane. After this, we meet Nice Pool and we get into the Honda Odyssey. We meet Dog Pool, then we meet Nice Pool, and then we get the Honda Odyssey, actually. And then again, another badass fight scene goes down in the Honda Odyssey. And we get Wolverine being a damn menace. I actually saw the clip of Wolverine going off on Ryan Reynolds, on Deadpool today on Twitter. Someone, of course, has screen recorded it or whatever and put it on Twitter, and it just hit home. Not hit home, but it did hit crazily. And he was like, bruh. Like, I felt so bad for Deadpool at that moment. Like, I felt so bad for Deadpool. And Wolverine just tore him a new one. And that was insane. He was like, yo, no one likes you. Oh, like, bro, like, you're cursed to die alone, but it's God's gift to us that, you know what I mean? Like, that we have to be, that you don't die, you know, but we all have to suffer with you. Bruh, oh my God, bro. I want to play that part so bad, but I know the House of Mouse is gonna pull up set tripping on me. But that moment was just so powerful, insane, like beautiful. And then he goes off on him. He's like, "You can't save anyone. You're not gonna save yourself. You're not gonna save your family. Nothing." And then bruh's like, what? He's like, I'm going to fight you now. And then they just go crazy. And they fight each other in the car over and over again. And it's so dope. It's so dope. And then when Wolverine jumps through the window, holy shit. That just looked awesome, bruh. And they just bloody up the Honda Odyssey. And then at the end, of course, we see the coexist sticker on the back of the bumper. The coexist bumper sticker. And then it just progressively gets bloodier and bloodier and bloodier. Oh yeah, you know what, Kitten? I forgot about that. We do see Eliath. I forgot. We do see Eliath. Which heavily implies that this is the Void. You know, I mean, I think a lot of people, I think when we were watching Loki, some people assumed that there would be like a Void for every multiverse, but I think this heavily implies that there is only one Void in the entirety and for all of the multiverses. You know, like there is only one Void, and it is this Void right here, because we see a whole bunch of things. Like that's why we've seen so many different things in the Void already, and this show lets us know that Void is basically connected to the entirety of the multiverse. Why would we need a place that could be the foundation of the multiverse? It's almost like it's a focal point. Why would we need a place where a whole bunch of other worlds could possibly, like all other worlds, connect to this one, you know? Why would we need to know so much about this Void? Why would it be so important? Is there a place possibly that we might need soon that also is connected to a bunch of other multiverses for a certain reason, perchance? Huh? Do you guys know? Do you guys know? Do you guys think that we're gonna need maybe some type of world for, I don't know, some battles or something? You know, it's almost like I don't know, maybe all of these worlds will be getting destroyed. You know, it's what was Cassandra Nova's whole plot at the end? What did she want to do? Oh, she wanted to destroy all other multiverses until nothing was left but the Void, and possibly forcing people from other multiverses to live on this Void. Huh. I wonder if that's going to come up again in the future. Probably not. Probably not. It probably won't equate to anything. And then, after that, non-stop badassery happens. We get the reveal of 3 cameos back to back. Doop, doop, doop. Elektra from none other than Daredevil. We get goddamn Wesley Snipes will turn in his blade, dropping insensitive comments as always. And of course, we get Channing Tatum coming through as Gambit, and he got the whole accent on and everything, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Like, let's go. Let's go, bruh. Are you kidding me? Like, let's get it going. Like, let's get it going, bruh. Come on now, Elektra from her titular movie, Elektra? Nah. Elektra from Daredevil, okay? From the Daredevil movie. What am I supposed to tell the 7 people that actually watched Elektra? Like, they're gonna know that she had her own movie? The shit was ass. The Elektra movie was ass, ladies and gentlemen. That movie was so bad, bruh. Elektra was a bad movie. But seeing Elektra pop up in this, now that was amazing, man. Seeing Elektra pull up, seeing Blade pull up, and then, of course, seeing Gambit. And I loved the thing about Gambit that I could not understand absolutely anything from him. Yo, what's up with the collector over there on TikTok, man? I appreciate you tuning in and dropping some likes over there, brother. How you doing, G? I gotta bless you over here, bro. There you go. Let me bless you, G, because you that guy, bro. I appreciate you tuning in with us, my G. Bruh. That's fine. Like, bro, oh my God, bruh. And then I love that Gambit was like he was talking with his accent like he does, but Deadpool was like, bro, I feel like we're missing some really key dialogue right now. No, he said, I feel like we're really missing out on some important exposition. Like, bro, come on. That's crazy. Kevin Feige and Jon Favreau worked on Elektra. Can't all be winners, I guess. Yeah, that's true. But I think, like, they worked on it, but they didn't work on it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was crazy. I was all the way here for all of that. I feel like we're really missing out on some key points. The exposition was amazing. And then, of course, we get the return of none other than the lady herself, Daphne Keane, as X-23. Like, bruh, let's go. For real. I was so hyped. And here, I just want to kind of make a note here. I feel like there is 100% a reason why we did not see Daphne Keane in a costume. 100% there's a reason why we didn't see that. And I feel like it's because we're going to see her in that costume in the future. They haven't made her costume yet, but they're making it. They're making it right now, bruh. And after seeing Daphne Keane be a complete badass in The Acolyte, I am so hyped to see her don a full-blown suit as X-23. Like, oh, man, I'm hyped. Like, man, I feel like there's a high possibility that we get to still see her come back. And then we get a beautiful moment as well between X-23 and Wolverine. I mean, oh my God. Hugh Jackman talking to Daphne Keane again. But it's obviously a different Wolverine. But she obviously knows it's a different Wolverine, but still wants to talk to him and still wants to get some of that closure and just really have those vibes go on for her to later on be rocking with him and fighting with him again. Like, oh, bro. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I'm not going to lie. I loved that so much. Like, I loved that so much. And again, Hugh Jackman giving the performance of a damn lifetime in this shit. Dropping tears. And then, of course, yet another badass fight scene where we get everybody get a moment to shine. And when I was watching this movie, I told you guys already, I went with some fam and friends, and my cousin, he was sitting right next to me, and he was like, bruh, I really hope that Blade is about to be a badass. I really hope that they make Blade like how Blade is. Like, I want Blade to be how he was in the movies. He needs to be a badass right now, bro. We need to see him be a badass. They did not disappoint. That shit was fire, bro. Seeing him fight against Azazel? Bro, come on. Brother! Like, that shit was so fire. And then just to see him just blowing arms off, heads up, like, yes. And then we get badass Gambit being a badass, just throwing cards, doing flips, doing backflips, doing back handsprings, throwing cards here and there, and then he hits him with a kaboom, and then everybody do. Brother. Come on, son. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. That shit was a W. That was a W, yo. Oh yeah, and then Electra gets a little moment too. So anyway, after that, we of course see Wolverine and Deadpool being badass and doing the damn thing. We get a badass team up moment of all of them fighting. Oh my god, I'm just so happy. And then what happens after that, bruh? Of course, we go into Wolverine's mind and see that trailer moment also. That was pretty dope. I kind of wish we got to see a little bit more there. But then, of course, I love that they did the whole Juggernaut helmet thing going on. Like, what a way to just utilize characters, brother. Like, I think this has been the best use of characters ever. This was Baby Secret Wars. We thought Multiverse of Madness was Baby Secret Wars. Nah, buddy. That was just multiversal stuff. This right here, this is Secret War. This is a Baby Secret Wars, brother. We're about to get some spicy shit going on in this movie. And then of course they get up out of there. They escape back to the main 10000000005 universe, which was crazy as well. And in this 1000005 universe, we find out that Paradox is doing Paradox stuff, and then we get some crazy. I guess body horror is the word to go with, like, because the way that Cassandra Nova just intrusively puts her fingers inside of people, it made me very uncomfortable every time it happened. Like, there's no way for that not to be uncomfortable. Like, to see, like, her fingers underneath the skin and then, like, just kind of parading around and then just kind of like popping out of eyeballs and just kind of like just knuckling. And then she just, like, puts her hands through bruh's head and grabs his head through his head and drags him. That shit was gross. That shit was the most disgusting thing in the movie. What happens? Oh, yep. And then the Deadpool core pulls up, and then we see, you know who? Yeah, you know the lady of the bunch. What a little baby pool. Baby pool, kid pool, shaman pool. Every single Deadpool you could think of, we see. Bandit pool, like all of them. Every Deadpool available, you see. And that's dope. And then, apparently that, like, Ryan Reynolds invited one of his boys to be in the movie. and never put him in the movie. And never put him in the movie. Like, hilarious. Nicepool dies. Deadpool steals his golden guns. And then we get Wolverine with the cowl. I think that's what my... Am I tripping? Is that my thumbnail? No, my thumbnail doesn't have him with the cowl. Yo, rate my thumbnail 1 out of 10, yo. Let's get a rating on that thumbnail, yo. 1 out of 10 in the chat. And then we get the cowl, and that is crazy work. And then Deadpool and Wolverine proceed to whoop ass, bruh. Deadpool and Wolverine proceed to whoop ass left and right. And then I love how all of the Deadpools, like, come back alive. Like, oh yeah. Like, that was fire to see that shit happen. And then, something that I really like, I don't care what anyone says, but this is definitely the Rick and Morty creators, or the Rick and Morty people, you know what I mean, behind this tidbit. I guess every Deadpool has a Peter. Every Deadpool has a Peter. Deadpool and Peter are literally Rick and Morty, and I love it. I'm here for that all the way. Or you could look at it as Deadpool and Wolverine are Rick and Morty, and then Peter is their Jerry. I guess you can look at it either way for any of my Rick and Morty fans in here, yo. Like, that's awesome. Yeah, Blake Lively does end up being showed as, or Blake Lively is Lady Deadpool, Lady Pool. And of course, Deadpool also mentions Gossip Girl in the show. He's like, yo, there's only like one brick, but no. He says there's 286 bones in the body, 287 when I'm watching Gossip Girl or something like that. And then his wife is in Gossip Girl. Like, that's awesome. You know what I mean? That's dope. And I will admit, that was dumb. That was like a dumb reason for all the Deadpools to just stop fighting. But it makes sense because Deadpool, that just works. It works. It works completely, and I'm here for that. And then, in one of the most badass moments of the movie, right? This is a badass moment, and this moment as well solidifies a lot of shit that's going to be going on within the MCU, bruh. But we get Deadpool and Wolverine having to share, well, okay. I don't even know what the Ripper? Is that what it was called? Is that what it was called? The Ripper? Yeah. The Ripper device basically has these two things where these two different concepts basically that bring the multiverse, that connect to the wider multiverse. Deadpool grabs the wires into his hand. Guys, listen to me real quick. Deadpool grabs these wires, right? And it is very much supposed to be symmetrical, or very much supposed to be symmetry with Loki grabbing the threads of the multiverse to sit on the throne, right? Matter and antimatter. There we go, right? So we have matter, we have antimatter connecting to the wider multiverse. She's going to use these to destroy the wider multiverse. So and so on, forth and forth. Deadpool grabs one of these. And as he grabs it, as I said, It looks very similar to Loki. I mean, the shot of him grabbing those wires and the shot of Loki grabbing the threads, it's very, very similar. You know, because he's like pulling them. He's literally grabbing them and he's pulling them just like Loki did. Literally. Right? Then we get Wolverine connecting to the other ones and he grabs Wolverine. And he grabs Deadpool. So they share the energy between each other. And it does not kill them. So that takes the concept of what happened with Loki. And then it also takes the concept of what happened in Guardians of the Galaxy with the Guardians sharing the energy between each other. And that's how they did not basically explode from the Power Stone. It mixes these concepts together. And this is how they save the multiverse. You're getting to the best part of the movie. His shirt explodes off. Mari Sue. Mari Sue is down bad. Yes, bruh's shirt does explode off. And of course, yet again, the audience gave in with a collective. Like, that shit was cheesy as hell, but it was dope as hell at the same time. Like, it was dope. And then bruh's like, and he looks at what, yo, that was so badass. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was raw, yo. That shit was raw, bruh. Multiverse saved once again, bruh. And they're really, really, really coming out by the seat of their teeth on these things, bro. Like, they are not saving the multiverse by a wide margin. Like, every time they save the multiverse, everyone almost dies. Like, and that's something that everyone is not paying attention to. Like, Wanda killed everyone in her path because of the multiverse. She wasn't going to almost destroy the multiverse or anything like that yet. But, you know, it's there. And then Loki, multiverse is about to die. He almost died. If he was not a god, he would have died. Victor Timely damn near died. Everybody almost died. Everybody died multiple times in that, if you want to be technical. Bruh was around for like hella long, just existing. And he's just there hella long existing now as well. It's kind of crazy. Oh snap, I forgot to refresh. Whoops. Definitely forgot to refresh this shit over here. My bad. That's y'all. My bad, TikTok. Y'all's chats have not been showing up on the streamy weemy, and that is definitely my fault. The trailers really undersold the threat level. Man, people did not understand what was really happening. Like, this was a Avengers level threat, literally. And Deadpool and Wolverine saved the damn day. So much so that the new director of the TVA pulled up and was like, hey, we appreciate y'all. She damn near knighted them. They damn near got knighted at the end. Super interesting thing. We just got a Guardians of the Multiverse comic that's that's like based off of the TVA putting together a multiversal team. Like, we are getting so specific about what things are about to be going on in the MCU. It's insane. Like, I feel like I can pull 10 comics right now that are, and they could just tell you everything that is about to happen within the MCU. For real. Like, we are getting crazy accuracy. Like, we're just, there you are, baby. Kind of diabolical. So, if it wasn't clear, and I know it wasn't clear in the movie, I mean, let's be honest. It was clear. It was kind of clear. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Okay, so basically, Deadpool and Wolverine, Deadpool implanted Wolverine into his universe, therefore replacing his anchor that he had of Wolverine. But I think that was only done by them connecting and the energy being transferred between them of the matter and the antimatter. Almost, I don't want to say like it's like splicing their DNA by any means, but it's like, it was like, let's say that this is the universe was like a blanket with a hole in it, right? And then Wolverine from this other universe was a patch for this blanket. The act of them dividing antimatter and matter between themselves, saving the multiverse and their multiverse, sewed that patch of Wolverine onto that blanket, therefore creating the blanket to be whole instead of it being a blanket with a hole in it. That's basically what happened. That's basically what that is. And that's lit. That's lit. And so that's amazing. And I loved that. And then of course, we end the movie because Deadpool and Wolverine is basically a mini Avengers movie. They ended eating shawarma. Like, come on, G. You know the Avengers founded shawarma, right? And then he brings Wolverine home, and then and also Daphne Keene lives in that multiverse as well. And they all kind of live happily ever after for the time being. And then we end it with the badass Deadpool and Wolverine mask on the table. Freaking amazing movie, bro. Amazing movie. All right, let's jump into chat. Let's jump into chat and see what's happening. I want to know what everybody was talking about and how everybody was feeling. Let's get a rating of this movie yet again out of 10. How are we feeling about the movie? How we feeling about the movie? He ain't that short, is he? Yes, Marisu. Yes, Wolverine, comic accurate Wolverine is 5'3". He is that small. That's why Hulk can literally put him in his hand like a ball and throw him. Like, that happens a lot. He gets thrown like a ball a lot, and that's because he's so small compared to these other ginormous characters. Wolverine on the cross was insane to me. Yeah, facts. Yes, there you go. Wolverine and Hulk was the Uncanny X-Men comic cover, which is badass, and I 100% think that we are going to get that in a movie. I would love Daniel Radcliffe to be the Wolverine in the MCU. I think that would be dope. Bro is also short, so I think that works. He's not 5'3" by any means, but he is a short guy. I think all the fan art that we have seen of Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine has looked absolutely breathtaking. So that's amazing. You thought they'd save Chris Evans saying "Flame on," Marisu? So you do remember? You remember me saying that? Like, you remember me calling that? Like, I said it maybe even after Endgame. Like, maybe even after watching Endgame, I was like, yo, it would be amazing if in Secret Wars this happens. Actually, I think it was that, like, bro, I know we were talking about that so much, so long ago. The actual Hulk, not Professor Hulk. Ooh, good point. Good point. That's a good pull. That's a good pull, kitten. The Four Horsemen Wolverine was my favorite Wolverine cameo. Yeah, that was badass. Yes. Yes, that was badass. I thought for sure it would be 2003 Hulk. Yeah, but it was actually still Mark Ruffalo. Like, what? Makes me wish for a MCU Wolverine TV show. I would love that. They still plan on making Ruffalo Hulk turn savage. I kind of hope it's by killing Scar, even though that would be so messed up. I would love that. Shout out to Mike Beasley, yo. He looks so much better than I imagined. Facts. The Hulk has such a tragic backstory. I hate that the MCU won't touch it. I hope that they do for the reboot. I hope that once we get this soft reboot in like 5 years or whatever, it actually is. You know, we actually do have it like hitting like that. You were just leaving. Yeah, so badass. Cavill needs to be MCU's Wolverine. I'm so down. That would be cool. That would be dope. I think he's a little too big. But also, I don't mean this disrespectfully, but I don't know if bro could bring the heat. I'm sorry. I don't know if Cavill could bring the heat for that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know. Cavill or Daniel for the MCU, I would prefer Daniel Radcliffe over Henry Cavill. I'm sorry. He was dressed up as X-Men Origins Wolverine. Facts. Working on the motorcycle, smoking a cigar and everything. Cavill hands down for MCU's Wolverine. No one else? I don't know. He did his arm reload thing. Yeah, that was badass. I'm so bad with faces, I couldn't tell that was Cavill till someone pointed it out. Marisu, you know you needed your glasses on, girl. You know you needed your glasses on, girl. You know you're a little old. You know your eyesight ain't what it used to be. We'll treat you better. We'll treat you better than the fucks down the street, Cavill. Cavill will show up later in the MCU, but not as Wolverine. Good. I don't want him as Wolverine. Captain Britain. I low-key wanted him as Sentry, but that's too on the nose. I would even be down with like him being Beta Ray Bill. I know that would kind of downplay it because he would have to be like CGI'd and stuff, but I think that would actually be kind of dope as hell. I would love to see him even as a Thor variant. Bro, that would be insane. Bro was like, F the Avengers. What does that mean? OMG. Yo, I definitely think that the Avengers exist in his timeline and there's something going on and there's definitely a reason why he is not beloved. I mean, think about it. The X-Men died in his universe and he knows who the Avengers are. What does that mean? He told Sabretooth he'd cut his head off, and he did. Oh, shit. W pull. Crawling Wolverine was crazy, right? That was just amazing. So thankful for Marvel Jesus giving us fans exactly what we've been wanting. Yeah, facts. Yo, this YouTuber put the... Oh, okay. Okay, all right. No need to shout. Disney was listening. That's good. Write that shit down. Bruh, for real. My entire theater cheered. Cassandra Nova was terrifying. Flame on! So badass. So powerful, it's insane, yo. She literally was whopping shit. That's why they had to ice her ass the way that they did. She had to be torn apart by matter and antimatter because there's not a lot of other ways to kill her. Sucks that we had yet another one-off villain, but hey, I kind of understand this one. I understand one-off villains when they are too powerful to let live. It's like, bro, you can't let bro live after this. Paul Rudd finally aged. Yeah. W meta jokes all through the movie as well. Could not believe that they were even joking about Hugh Jackman's very recent divorce. Like, bro got divorced while they were shooting the movie. This is me being reasonable. Dead ass. Nova has no conscience. She's a serial killer. Saying at least Scarlet Witch wasn't acting like that is really a low bar. Not really, though. I mean, yes, but no. Because, think about it. Scarlet Witch was actually insane at that point. Like, she had actually lost her mind. She killed her husband twice and lost her children. I don't know. I could have seen her going insane. You should fire her voice coach. Yeah, that was hilarious. Daphne lied to us, that scamp. Yeah, yo. I mean, hilarious. I mean, everyone is lying to us all the time. We're always getting lied to by Marvel. It's hilarious when people are just like, oh, yeah, Marvel would never lie to us. Like, bro, have you seen a movie trailer from Marvel ever? They lie to us in the trailers. They lie to us all the time. They lie to the trades. They put out fake information to mislead everyone. Like, what are you talking about? I love when they mention Elektra's Daredevil died, and Elektra was like, nah, it's cool. Yeah, that was cold. That was cold work. Seeing Gambit's power in live action was actually fire, bro. I loved that. Yet another amazing thing to see. Especially after just seeing Gambit be a badass in X-Men 97. Let's go. Like, bruh, so fire. I didn't see a sink in that Ant-Man head. Cassandra's hands are probably gross, yo. Nah, that's wild. That's wild. 206 bones. What? I said 286, huh? Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Very DC Crisis on Infinite Earth. 1000% Crisis. Yeah, for real. And I think that's also another hint to what's going to be going on in the future. Yep, we did see Kid Venom. You're right. I need to see Lasher. Who the hell is Lasher? Oh, the symbiote. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. You need to see Lasher and Kid Venom. Yeah, that'll be dope. That'll be insane to see them. That would be insane. When does the director of the FBI pull up to a scene? I feel like that's a big deal she's there. Oh. Yeah, you're right. You're hella right. It is a big deal she's there. Hella big deal that she's there. You're talking about, don't remember her name. What is her name? Damn, what is her name? Yeah, B-15. There we go. B-15. Hunter B-15, yo. Director B-15 now. I have Cottonmouth. Okay. Cottonmouth was crazy right now. Honestly, insane. That means he can bring back Iron Man? Well, I mean, yeah, technically. That new comics simply titled TVA, a 5-part miniseries about Captain Carter, Ghost, Spider, and the comic debut of Miss Minutes, along with Hunter B-15, Sylvie, Ouroboros, and others. The TVA comic is written by Catherine Blair, one of the writers, for the Loki series. What? When does that shit drop? Is it out yet? Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. What the hell was that? There we go. Here's that comic, ladies and gentlemen. That TVA comic. So let's talk about it. Let me run that down again. This TVA comic is written by Catherine Blair, one of the writers for the Loki series, and it's a new comic that is a 5-part miniseries starring Captain Carter, Ghost Spider, the comic debut of Miss Minutes, B-15, Sylvie, Ouroboros, and others. Let's go. This actually sounds crazy fire. So ready for that. 1 billion out of 10. I just watched it and I loved it. Daphne pulled the Andrew Garfield and lied to our faces, and I'm glad she did. As she should. Apparently she was released in the last trailer, and they put her in the final trailer so she could go to the red carpet. Isn't that awesome? W. Feige, man. They were like, Daphne really wanted to come to the red carpet, so we put her in the last trailer so she could. Like, bro, W. Yeah, the fastball special. There you go. Red Hulk on top. I would love to see Red Hulk versus Wolverine. That would be dope. I cannot even imagine how crazy that fight could be. Like, bruh, this movie might be so good that we hate Captain America, bro. I hope that's not what happens, but it's very possible. We need a Spidey and Deadpool interaction for sure. Henry Cal as the new Wolverine. Get it? Yeah. Calverine, baby. I feel you, G. I feel you. I'm a dinosaur. It's crazy. I feel like you mentioned the Flame On thing half a dozen times over the years. Shouldn't be hard to find. Maybe one of the Kang videos. Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm not tripping. Because I know, like, when I was watching the movie, I was literally shaking Remy next to me. I'm like, they're doing the thing I've been saying to do for years. And she was like, nah, that was crazy. Because I even told her before I ever even said it on here. Like, you know what I mean? It was one of those things that, like, I've been saying it for years, bruh. And it was crazy that they really did that shit. Like, oh, hype. And then they just show off how powerful X-Men, how powerful the mutants are. Because then you just have Pyro just, yep. Bruh, Pyro literally just like, whoop, like, bro. You really, I guess you never think about how rock, paper, scissors it is sometimes with these characters. Like, they have there are characters that will directly nerf them immediately. Like Hulk is a menace unless they got a Mantis on their team. Hulk's asleep. It's over. You know what I mean? Like there are very easy rock, paper, scissors games that can be played in a heartbeat, bro. And I love shit like that. I really want to see those type of games being played in Secret Wars, bro. When we see these big fights happening, I need to see rock, paper, scissors, bro. Because I know some people hate that type of stuff, but that's a well choreographed fight, in my opinion. When you have rock, paper, scissors going on, like when a character's about to stab somebody, and then the knife stops, and then they just drop the knife, grab it, and stab them anyway. Like, bro, rock, paper, scissors, bro. Like, yeah, rock beats paper, like paper covers rock, but scissors cuts paper. You know what I mean? Like, I love that type of stuff going on, quick, fast, and in a hurry. So dope. There was a Wolverine Disney Plus series in the works that would start filming from him escaping from the Weapon X. What? What? That's crazy, bruh. Are you serious? That's actually insane. Just got to get over Superman? Bro, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. All I want to see is Spider-Man and Deadpool meet. I just know the meeting would be so fire. Yo, yeah, you're definitely right. Like, that is definitely a right. It would be amazing. It would definitely be amazing to see that. They're going to be cracking jokes left and right. If you saw the Venom trailer, you know he venomized a horse, which means we get to see a venomized T-Rex. T-Rex venom is crazy. A V-Rex. I can see Henry Cavill in Marvel. It's going to be beautiful when Henry Cavill gets to Marvel, yo. Faces will melt. What about Cavill as a dope villain? Ooh, I would love to see Cavill as a villain. What villain would you guys like to see Henry Cavill as in the MCU? It would be funny if Spidey became his new Peter. That's hella funny. Yeah, Wolverine did say he killed people and not just bad people. Facts. Saving a multiverse is one hell of a redemption arc. Fuck the Avengers. Definitely a AVX tease. Maybe the Avengers came after him. That would be crazy. I wasn't expecting Wesley Snipes. Yeah, that was wild. Wesley Snipes' Blade had to be one of the craziest pulls from this. Like, I'm not going to lie. I was more surprised to see that than I was to see Wolverine. Dead ass. Another thing I thought they were saving for Secret Wars, but they are. And they are saving him for Secret Wars. Like, he's not gone. He's going to come back. I was not expecting Wesley Snipes in this. Like, nobody was. There's no way anyone could have been like, oh, yeah, we'll see him here. I definitely thought he was going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine. Not Deadpool. I mean, Avengers Secret Wars, but not this. Like, what? I'm surprised the classic mask works on Hugh's face. It did and it didn't, but it did more than it didn't, you know? It was like, it looked like wonky, but it was awesome. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was awesome, though. Like, it was awesome. I loved it. Everyone forgets Ryan was in Blade 3. I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons why it was insane that Wesley Snipes was there. Because, historically, we knew that Wesley and Ryan didn't get along. And they kind of joked about that. He just called up Wesley Snipes and floated the idea. What a W, bruh. The cameos, wow. Lady Deadpool, Elektra, Gambit, and yeah, Blade has the loudest roar. Yeah, bro, I agree. My theater was like, what the fuck is that? Is that Wes? What? Like, bro, my theater went crazy. Bro hasn't acted in 30 years. I don't think he's acted since I've been alive. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those type of things. There's only ever going to be one Blade. And Deadpool is just like, well, who's going to tell him? Like, that's what I would have loved to see. Yep, Stan Lee cameo as a Stan Lee steamer on the bus. I loved that. Yeah, poor Nice Pool. Bro did not have a healing factor. Bro did not have a healing factor. That's crazy. Legit crazy work. Seeing Hugh Jackman so short to make him look comic accurate was so weird. It was so weird and it was hilarious. Weird and hilarious for sure. I was not prepared. Bruh hopped down and was this so... That shit was so funny. Oh. Thor crying. Thor 2 reference or Secret Wars spoilers? Both. Yes. The answer to your questions? Yes. DC better step up? They will. For sure. Superman Legacy? Gonna be insane. Superman Legacy is probably gonna be better than Captain America 4. Don't hate me for saying that. But I kind of feel that way. Not going to lie. But that movie does look insane. I mean, we haven't seen a trailer for it yet. But just off of, like, how I feel like that movie is going to be better than that movie, you know? For sure. goddamn gnat, bruh. This gnat, it's like there's one gnat that just pulls up at the same time. Bruh's like, oh, you're doing Marvel Bros? I'm trying to be on the show. Venom 3 will have Lasher. Oh, shit. You heard Beezy. Be careful. Beezy be right about these things. Hunter B15. Oh, yeah, that's her name. The Blade movie due next year is being restarted. Please have Wesley Snipes as Blade again. Hey, that would be dope. After 3 movies, Ryan was born to play the Merc with the mouth. I can see him to continue to play the character for a little while longer. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure when he said till he's 90, he was speaking for himself, too. Like, especially because Deadpool is literally in a mask the majority of the time. Like, we don't always need to have him take that mask off, baby. That's the beautiful thing. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful thing about characters with masks. Is that we don't all... That's the thing that pisses me off the most about the MCU, is they do not utilize characters in masks enough. Like, hey, we could have Spider-Man show up literally anywhere and just have Tom Holland pull up for a voiceover later on. The entirety of Mandalorian Season 4 was Pedro Pascal voiceover. He didn't show up in the suit once. Not one time. We need to do that type of shit more. We need to do that shit more. Unequivocally. Was it badass to have that finesse in Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man, where we don't think that it's Tony and then it is Tony in the suit? Oh, and it opens up? Yeah, that's badass. But it would have been just as dope if it was just him in the suit the whole time. I would have been fine with that, bro. I'm not worried about not seeing these actors' faces. I don't give a damn about what they look like. I don't give a damn who they are, like, at all. Literally, I really don't care who the actors are for the majority of the time. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm like, oh, yep, that's it. Dope. Let's get it. Let's see how they do in the movie. That's what I care about. Like, knowing who is the actor doesn't really do anything for me. But once we get in it a little bit further, it's like, oh, buddy, rolling like a big shot, you know? Chevy tuned up like a NASCAR pit stop. Damn, I knew I didn't post that post earlier. Fudge top-offs. Ooh. That hurt. Damn. I did not, man, it took, I did not, I definitely thought I posted that earlier. Shit. My Spidey senses went off randomly, and it was like, bro, you did not post that post earlier, and I didn't. God damn it. I don't know, man. I hope Kraven the Hunter is wild. I really hope it is. Deadpool is expected to be in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, along with the Fantastic Four and Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom. Ryan loves the character too much to stop now, I feel. Oh, yeah, he is him. MCU Blade hasn't left. They will get to filming as soon as he's done with Jurassic World. Mahershala is in I forgot he was going to be in that. I forgot all about that. Wesley said in an interview he absolutely doesn't want to do this full-time anymore. Getting back into shape was hard enough for just this movie. Yeah, and I don't think he's going to do it full-time by any means. But he is going to be in Secret Wars. He got to be in Secret Wars. You have the original Venom versus Spider-Man comic? Ooh, that's a W. That was fast? What was fast? What happened? I can't wait for Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's going to be a W. I excuse them putting Daphne in the trailer now. That's cute. Besides, I know better than to watch final trailers. Yeah, buddy. I don't watch final trailers at all. Some dude on here was spazzing out because we posted a picture of Lady Deadpool. And it's like, bro, Everyone's known Lady Deadpool was going to be in this movie literally forever. That's not even the biggest spoiler at all. Lady Deadpool is a footnote in this movie, bruh. Am I excited for Venom 3? The answer is no. What? Hey, let me get a 1 in the chat if you're excited for Venom 3. Let me get a 2 in the chat if you are not excited for Venom 3. And we just hit 1K likes on the TikTok. I appreciate all the love over there for sure, for sure. After that Wolverine montage of different variants, it shows that only Hugh Jackman represents live-action Logan for 25 years, but also the history of him in the comics as well. That's very true, and it also gives us the only other Wolverine that isn't Hugh Jackman is Henry Cavill, which is insane. That's actually insane to think of. The only Wolverine that wasn't Hugh Jackman was Henry Cavill, and not only that, Henry Cavill is the Wolverine that kicked Deadpool into the Wolverine that we get for the rest of the movie. Yo, that gotta mean something. How soon before they did the thing did you realize they were doing the thing? I knew they were doing the thing literally immediately. I knew it immediately. Like, legitimately immediately. Like, as soon as we saw him, I was like, wait a damn minute. That's not Captain America. And then, like, the closer and closer we get to the moment, I'm watching and I'm like, bruh, this isn't Cap. Immediately, I knew it wasn't Cap when we see him, like, do the superhero landing. I was like, this isn't Cap. But then, he cusses, like, almost immediately. That's one of the first things he says is, like, shit. He's like, this shit is stupid or something. And I was like, bruh, no. I don't care. I don't care. No. Like, this is not, let's go get that son of a bitch level, you know? That's not what's happening here. This is just, bro, cussing for the sake of cussing, you know? You know? I'm like, bro, that's definitely Johnny. That's definitely Johnny. And it was. Literally, I'm grabbing my cousin on this side, I'm grabbing Remy on this side, and I'm like, bro, it's the thing. When you put on the mask, my theater erupted. Facts. Facts. My theater erupted as well. Bruh, loved it. What an event. I went to the 3 o'clock showing of the movie and my theater was packed. The auditorium was packed. Oh, and I was on the news. I forgot about that. I got interviewed before the movie to be on the news. And it was dope. Not gonna lie. It was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome. They did not let me plug or anything, because I didn't talk about Marvel Bros per se, but I did say I had a YouTube channel, but they cut that shit out. They cut it out. And they threw me in the article. It was kind of wild. I couldn't believe it. Bro, like, singled me out. He was like, yo, let's talk about it. Here's that picture, you feel me? By the way, come on, look at your guy. Your guy was dipped though. The red pants with the Deadpool and Wolverine shirt. Yeah, knitted and fitted. But yeah, that was a W. That was a W. Can't think of this dude's name, but shout out to him. Oh, it's not showing on TikTok though. Hold on. Image. There we go, TikTok. You see a young blood out there knitted and fitted, getting interviewed and things. It was a W. It was definitely a W. Let me see. Let me see if I can throw this little interview up real quick. Hold on. There's nothing, you know, nothing too. Come on, brother. What's happening here? There we go. There we go. Peep game, peep game.
Now, if you are a Marvel fan, you already know that the new Deadpool movie is now in theaters. Usually the movie theater closes around midnight, so if you can't make it opening night, lots of people would have to wait for the weekend to catch the new movie. Jason Tuctagian, however, tells us this is not the case at all for today's release. Jason, it looks like you're ready to go see the movie yourself. Popcorn. You got popcorn and everything.
He has like he's just holding popcorn in his hand.
I'm ready as ever, and a lot of folks behind me are also ready. It's very busy here because Regal Fresno River Park is celebrating the opening day of Deadpool and Wolverine with non-stop showings for 24 hours straight. So it doesn't matter if you get here at 3 in the morning, the popcorn will be popping.
I think we've seen basically the last 10 Marvel movies here at the IMAX, right?
Oh, real name leak.
This is definitely one of the biggest turnouts.
Deadpool returning to the theaters for the first time in 6 years, and the Wolverine returning for the first time in 7 years, leading to a lot of hype for the newest Marvel.
Wait, where'd it go?
Deadpool returning to the theaters.
This dude has a full-blown Wolverine suit on. Deadpool suit on. And he was in our theater. And then there was another dude that was dressed like Logan. Claws and all. It was wild.
For the first time in 6 years, and the Wolverine returning for the first time in 7 years, leading to a lot of hype for the newest Marvel movie.
When Ryan Reynolds posted...
Look at this. This is 3 o'clock in the day. Like, that's what time the movie... Like, our movie was for 3 o'clock. Look at this. Like, look at how many people are here. It's freaking packed, bro.
Back. I was so excited, and I was ready when the tickets came on sale.
All the cameos, I mean, anybody can show up at any time, any place to do anything. It's kind of a big build-up to see what they're going to do this time.
Regal Fresno River Park knew the demand for Deadpool and Wolverine would be massive, so the decision was made to play the movie for 24 hours straight.
They played it
fans
24 hours straight.
Having to play 24 hours is perfect because, like, everybody gets a chance to watch it, and you don't go to, like, a spot or a movie and you get, like, terrible seats so you can't really see it. You're able to get good seats whenever you want.
The proof is in the pudding, yo. Like they did it. They did the thing that they set out to do. They showed your boy twice. And this movie, man, it's been a long time coming. I mean, X-Men started before even the MCU did.
Beginning at 3 p.m., Deadpool 3 began playing in standard, IMAX, 3D, 4DX, and ScreenX. In total, the movie will be played 60 times in 24 hours at the River Park Theater.
I knew this was going to be a big movie. I knew that, you know, a lot of the fans, Marvel fans, Deadpool, Wolverine fans all together were going to come out and see this movie.
And moviegoers will also receive a mini poster at 4DX showings, an exclusive collectible ticket at IMAX showings, or a limited edition patch for purchasing a ScreenX ticket, capping off a fun movie experience.
Like, crazy work.
Now this weekend you will also be able to watch Deadpool and Wolverine in IMAX 3D, and don't worry if you can't make it tonight, because Regal Theaters here in River Park are going to be airing 81 different showings on Saturday and Sunday for all Deadpool and Wolverine fans to enjoy.
Showings, yo, over the
Fresno,
weekend.
Jason Tuctagian, CBS 47 Eyewitness News, and looks like it's time for my movie to start, so I gotta get going, guys.
That's the
a tradition
CBS
of style and
27,
savings.
baby.
Fresno's Suit Outlet is your
Like,
go-to for
what?
the...
Your boy was there. W. Tell him to call me up. I'll be their entertainment journalist. Because I know they ain't got one. And if they got one, he ain't me, baby. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, that was a W. That was a crazy W there. Could not believe it. I was hyped. Everybody was like, bro, you got to talk about Marvel Bros. I was like, that shit was dope. It was dope. It was dope. And no cap, bro interviewed me for like 5 minutes. At the least, he interviewed for me like 5 minutes. And then they used that. And then they also put me in the article. Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying. It was W. It was a W. It was a W day. I'm not going to lie to you. Venom is going to jump on every character in Secret Wars. I agree with that completely. I agree with that completely. There's also a Spidey DP film being discussed. Holy shit. A Spider-Man and Deadpool movie is crazy. I mean, they already showed us that they could do Deadpool in PG-13 with the Christmas movie. I never watched it, but I mean, they did it. They put it in theaters. They made it, you know? So he could definitely become PG-13 because you can't put... I don't think you can put Spider-Man in an R-rated movie, but you can definitely put Deadpool in a PG-13 movie. You know what I'm saying? Miles needs to come into play. Miles is definitely coming into play for Secret Wars, brother. When you realize that there's an Iron Man Dr. Doom. Cavill as Mr. Sinister. I'm actually here for that. Not going to lie. I am actually so here for that. Channing Tatum being the first live-action Gambit was a risk, but worked. He wasn't the first live-action Gambit. There's an entire Gambit in X-Men Origins Wolverine, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that movie? Yeah, there's a whole Gambit in that movie. He sucks, but he's in there. He's there. He exists. Yep, there we go. Exactly. We did get Gambit in Origins. Wasn't close to comic accurate, though. Yeah. He was there, though. When he climbed out of that chair, he was so tiny. Bro, that was hilarious when he climbed out of the chair. He literally hopped out the chair. Like when Kevin Hart talked about how he hopped out his car. Like, bro, that's what happened. I like that montage they had during the end credits of the history of the Fox Marvel films, showing the cast behind the scenes, etc. It was sad for that, showing it's the end of an era. Yeah, it's literally the end of an era. I mean, look at it. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. No Way Home was the end of an era for the Sony Spider-Man verse. I don't care what anyone says. The live action movies at the very least. I don't think we're really going to get that happening anytime soon from Sony, like an actual live-action Spider-Man movie of any kind. I think we're just going to have Spider-Man movie possibly showing up in other things, but I might be wrong about that. Unless it's the only live-action Sony Spider-Man stuff they're doing is if it's the MCU stuff, just unequivocally. But yeah, that was the end of an era there for the Spider-Man stuff. Deadpool and Wolverine is the end of an era for all of the Foxverse stuff, and then Secret Wars will be the end of all of that. Of all of the Secret Wars is going to be a love letter to all of Marvel, not just one specific franchise, but the Marvel franchise itself. And then we'll get a actual reboot to the entirety of the MCU, and we'll start fresh with a MCU that has all characters in it, and we're not going to have to worry about them introducing the X-Men somehow, or the Fantastic Four having to be trapped in the quantum realm. None of that shit's going to be going on, because they're all going to be existing in the universe together. Like, Superman's Legacy, we're going to get that. You know what I mean? Like, in Superman's Legacy is not an origin story. Most heroes are already established in Superman's Legacy as well. That's what we're going to get from the MCU. An already established world that we get to deal with these characters on, actually get more accurate stories, I think. I'm pretty sure that's probably why Kevin Feige has been twisting up things for so long too, is because he wants to give us these more accurate stories with, like, actually the story. Like, he wants to do Age of Ultron the way Age of Ultron is supposed to be done. You know what I mean? Like, those things can happen for real. We can literally just get wild, crazy movies. You know? This Gambit was hilariously accurate. It was like X-Men 97 brought to life. Legit. Remy was like, does he sound like that? And then I just played her an episode of X-Men 97 where he's talking, and she was like, holy shit, he sounds exactly like that. Hilariously accurate, bro. It was insane. Yo, actually crazy. Yeah, I wish we would have got that Gambit movie, but I mean, good thing we didn't probably, because it probably would have been worse than X-Men Origins, let's be honest. It's good we didn't get any of those movies. Seeing Deadpool dig up Logan's corpse and using it as weapons to fight the TVA is such a Deadpool thing to do, despite they said the events of Logan will remain untouched. I mean, the events definitely were left untouched. Like, he's still dead, you know? Like, that still happened. His bones just ain't in the same place anymore. The universe went on, you know? The events were left untouched and the dignity was not. Facts. Read this Venom, Flasher, Phage, Toxin, Red Goblin, Poison, Anti-Venom, Garden, Venom, Venomized, Spider-Girl. Damn, that's all the ones you want to see? That's a lot of Venoms. Hats off to Ryan Reynolds, because that man is a big fan of Deadpool. And after the mess they made in 2009, he tried his hardest to get the character right and done justice in a movie and respect. Yeah, facts, yo. Super facts. It's shown in the marketing. It's fair game. I'm so excited for Venom 3. The trailer on the movie screen looked so good. Ooh. Johnny had the most brutal death in the movie. As did Reed Richards in Multiverse of Madness. Damn, I couldn't talk. Bro got, well, I guess you can argue that Black Bolt had a crazy ending too. No mouth, and then his head just exploded at his own power. On the news? What channel? I want to see the news clip. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You saw it. Your boy was on the news. Little 3-minute segment. I wish I would have been the whole thing, but, you know, can't be like that all the time. A lot of my peoples was like, bro, you's a natural at this, bro. It was dope. I had a thought, what if them introducing the whole Anchor being that MCU's Anchor is Tony Stark, Iron Man, because he did a similar thing Logan did. Logan's sacrifice is not what made him the Anchor of the Fox verse. Wolverine being Wolverine is what made him the Anchor of the Foxverse. I had this conversation in the Cage Discord earlier, and that was, if Spider-Man exists in the universe, he's probably going to be the Anchor. Like, he's probably going to be the Anchor. Like, no cap. I feel like the Anchor has to be able to be passed on because no one lives forever. Neither does any of these universes. That's kind of the point. I think it's kind of a failsafe within these multiverses so that they don't exist forever. Inherently, I don't think the multiverse is supposed to exist forever and just every multiverse is just always going to be forever existing. Like, that's really not what's supposed to happen. Like, Kang was Thanos, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people miss that, but Kang, instead of taking out half of the population, he basically took out all of the multiverses except one. Because all of these other multiverses are doomed. Most of them are doomed to die, doomed to fizzle out, and so on and so forth. So, you know, I mean, just look at what the TVA is doing now. They're not pruning timelines at all anymore. They're just letting them fizzle out on their own, slowly, which is equally bad. His voice sounds so muffled under the Deadpool mask. How does Ryan do it? Yo, that's facts, though. The man is awesome, that's why. Even better, Deadpool fighting the TVA, dancing to Bye 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 is so amazing. Brother, that opening sequence was fire, bruh. Fire. You can with Black Suit Spider-Man. Comparing Wolverine to Kevin Hart is crazy. They're the same height. You're right about No Way Home. It started in 2002 with Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire, and it ends in 2021 with all three Spideys together. Exactly, bro. Exactly, brother. So Spider-Man is the anchor for sure for that reason. You know, like every Spider-Man that exists will be the anchor to their universe. I think it's also kind of coinciding with how canon events work from the Spider-Verse, right? Like, we have a lot of multiverse concepts. Is my board still covered in multiversal concepts? No. No. It's not. That video I did needs to be watched now more than ever. I'm going to have to put all of that stuff together in one video and then put it out so everyone can understand what's going on. I teared up in the credits. Yeah, that shit was sad. That shit was hella sad. Secret Wars is gonna need to be 4 hours with a bathroom break. Dead ass. Dead ass, yo. Release the Sensei cut. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think I do have a crazy cut for Secret Wars. I was at the comic book clubhouse today in where I live. I have a local comic book store. I was there literally for like hours today talking to just nerds and stuff about Doom and all the things that are going on. And just nerding out, yo. It was amazing. And yeah, that's one of the things that, like, I was just kind of telling everybody all of the stuff, and they were like, bro, what you're selling is what I hope happens, but I don't think it will. And I was like, bro, well, just hold on to your nuts, buddy. There's only one blade. There's ever going to be one blade. Dead ass, Fonz. Dead ass. Going by the comics, Spidey is the Captain America's chosen heir spiritually. He's probably the anchor. He's definitely the anchor, 100%. What did you think of this movie's version of Wolverine compared to the one we followed for 25 years? This Wolverine is tremendously, way better. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is the best performance that we have seen Hugh Jackman give as Wolverine ever. We got some crazy, like, quote-unquote speeches from Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in this movie that were incredible. When Wolverine is going off on Deadpool in the car, that is like, it screams Wolverine. Like, Hugh Jackman embodies Wolverine at that moment. When he starts crawling to fight, like, everything that happens, he embodies Wolverine in a crazy way. Like, it's literally combining the two things that we have in our mind, right? We have our on-screen Wolverine, and then we have our comic book Wolverine. And I think Deadpool and Wolverine gave us the best of both worlds with both of those. The best of both worlds. When is Gwenpool coming? No idea. Probably never. But for real, Secret Wars will have it. I almost everything will be in Secret Wars, in my opinion. I really don't see why not. I believe some fantastic performances are lost in the sensationalism of this movie. Oh yeah, this movie was amazing on multiple levels. Like, it was not just a fan service fest. It was that, but that's not all it was. You know what I mean? There was definitely a story there. Deadpool definitely was fighting for his world. You know, like, bruh. Like, the stakes are there. The stakes are there, brother. And in my newest video, the thing that I'm going to be going over is how the MCU has basically set up a sheer line to go to MCU Secret Wars, which I believe will be a combination, no doubt, of both Secret Wars, both in the 1980s and the one that we got in the 20... Is that the 2010s, or is it just the 2000s? 2015. Okay, so it's the 2010s era. Yeah. So in the 2010s. So both in the 80s and in the 2010s, right? So, this is basically what we have set up for us right now. Of course, this is not 100% what's going to happen, but I am very much, like, positive that this is what's going to go on, and that is this. This is what I believe is going to happen. Loki will take the place of Molecule Man in Secret Wars. Kang the Conqueror will take the place of the Beyonder in Secret Wars. And then God Emperor Doom will still be God Emperor Doom. 100%. That is what's going on with that. Like, okay, 100%, excuse me. But that's 100% what I think is happening. Like, I am almost willing to bet some money on that's what's going to be going on, you know? If you guys don't know how Secret Wars happens, the 2015 run, it's insane. It's insane. There's so much stuff that goes down. For real. Me and Beezy actually talked about this yesterday. There are some comics that you guys should be checking out in order to get a better understanding of what we're about to be doing in this lead up to Secret Wars, and they should be on the screen right now. These are the comics that you're going to want to check out, that you're going to want to read, just to get a little bit of better understanding of what's going on. If you're not able to, like, dive into an entire run of anything, these 4 comics right here will set the stage quite nicely for you to kind of be able to get a little bit of comic book knowledge of what's going on. Again, me and BZ were talking about these yesterday, and it was lit. It was lit. If you guys weren't a part of yesterday's stream, I definitely suggest you guys go check that out on the replay. Me and Mike BZ were talking all things Doom, all things Doomsday, Secret Wars, all those good vibes, yo. It was a lovely time. If you guys don't know, Mike Beasy is the man, the myth, the legend. Mike Beasy, he is the guy that comes through with a lot of the scoops and leaks that we be talking about, and it was fantastic yesterday. It was an amazing time. But yeah, those are the comics that you guys are definitely going to want to check out if you want to kind of get a little bit of a head start on what's going on here. Don't you worry your pretty little heads if you guys don't understand what's going on. I'll show that shit again so everyone can kind of get a better understanding. And I'll kind of let you guys know how to go about reading these. Let me see. Where's my window capture so I can show you guys a little something. Let's go to 3 real quick so I can just do this fast. Yeah. Bam, there we go. Okay, so this is the reading order I would suggest to read it in. Again, these are I can't remember. Okay, there are entire runs along with these comics except for What If. This comic, okay, I'm on TikTok, it's this one. That's what I'm pointing at for you guys on TikTok. This comic right here is a What If story. So that is literally one self-contained story. Infamous Iron Man. I'm trying to see how many issues this is. It's Infamous Iron Man is a 12-issue run in total, so that's why I just kind of suggest reading probably the first one, Infamous Iron Man, the first comic. Infamous Iron Man, the comic book, basically covers Dr. Doom. Okay, sorry about that. Infamous Iron Man covers this. In this comic book, we are in a world where basically Iron Man Tony Stark is dead. He's dead. He's dead. Or presumed dead, I guess is a better way to say it, right? Doom is like, well, the world needs an Iron Man. So he takes on the mantle of being Iron Man. And he makes his own suit, of course. That's kind of technology and, technology and sorcery stuff combined. He basically becomes a good guy. The good guys don't trust him because, well, he's Doom. And then the bad guys don't trust him because, well, he's Doom. And then everyone just doesn't trust him, but he's trying to be a good guy. That's the place that I would start because Iron Man is about to be Dr. Doom. And Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man is, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom. He was before Iron Man, and now he's going to be Dr. Doom. So this story where Dr. Doom becomes Iron Man is kind of a poetic story in that sense. And if you guys know anything about what Kevin Feige loves to do, he loves to take these things that happen in the comics and straight invert them on themselves, So, Infamous Iron Man, you're going to want to start there. You can just read the first issue if you can't read the entire thing. Iron Man, Demon, and an Armor is a what if story, so this is only one issue. You don't have to worry about, you don't really have to worry. Well, I don't know if this is actually one issue. Don't let me lie. Don't let me lie to you. This is a what if issue, though. Let me see. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm not lying. I don't think I'm wrong, because I read this comic. I'm tripping, of course. I just read this comic yesterday. It's only one comic. Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm talking about I don't know if it's one issue. Yes, it's one issue. Well, at least I only read this one issue. Let me not lie. I don't know if there's more than one. Yeah, I don't think there is a number 2 for this. It's just, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's just one comic for that. Yeah, since it is a what if story, there is only one comic for that. So, and Demon and an Armor, this is basically the what if basis of this is what if Tony Stark and Dr. Doom shared a dormitory room instead of Dr. Doom and Mr. Fantastic. those of you who don't know, Reed Richards and Victor Von Doom share a room in college, and that's how they meet each other. In this what if story, Doom and Iron Man meet each other, and they go on there. I'm not going to talk about that one too much because if you guys are going to read it, I don't want to spoil it. It's insane. It is an insane comic. It is a what if story, so it is definitely out there. It's definitely wacky, but it's awesome. It's wild. It's cool as well. So definitely check out Demon and an Armor. Next up, we have Time Runs Out. Okay, Time Runs Out is an Avengers story, of course. I don't know how many issues there are in this story off the top of my head, and I can Google it though. Avengers Time Runs Out. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea how many are in here. Maybe there's only 2. Maybe it's like I don't know. I see there's at least 4 volumes of this shit, if I'm not mistaken. There's at least 4 volumes. I don't know how many there are completely. Maybe 5. It might just be a 5-issue run. Yeah, it's a 5-issue run. Yes. Time Runs Out is a 5-issue run. In this, Time Runs Out is basically what we saw starting at the end of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange and Clea are trying to save the multiverse, basically, but they end up making incursions happen faster. Again, what we saw in Doctor Strange, and that's also kind of what we have setting up for Secret Wars as well. Doctor Strange 3 is going to be about Clea and Doctor Strange doing this multiversal incursion things, and then incursions start happening because of Doctor Strange, all that good stuff happening. That's all that shit that's going on there, okay? So then you have that part of the story as well that will get you ready for what we're going to see in Doctor Strange 3 that will get us prepared for Secret Wars. And that's why the last comic that I suggest you guys read is Secret Wars number 5. For those of you that are only going to read 1 issue, these are the 4 issues that you need to read each, okay? You need to read each of these 4 issues that I have on screen for you right now. For those of you that want to read deeper into the comics, you can do that. That's fine as well. In Secret Wars number 5, this is where we find out that Dr. Doom has used basically the Molecule Man Owen Reese to get to the Beyonder, to take the Beyonder's powers in order for him to become God Emperor Doom, creating Battleworld. Okay? So this is 2015 Secret Wars, you guys. This is not the 80s Secret Wars. The 1980s Secret Wars has nothing to do with the multiverse. It's literally just the Beyonder just throwing chunks of planets together just so heroes can fight. You know what I mean? But in Secret Wars, there is a bigger story. In 1980s Secret Wars, I mean, if you guys want to read that, you can. You know what I mean? You can definitely read that one. But we don't really get any build up for that. We just kind of end up on Battleworld because of the Beyonder. And then Doom tries to steal his power. He ends up actually stealing his power through Molecule Man Owen Reese again. And then all of this stuff happens, right? Well, actually through Galactus. He steals his power through Galactus in the 1980s comic book, if I'm not mistaken. Molecule Man and Galactus, possibly. Maybe he uses Molecule Man to steal Galactus's powers, and then he uses Molecule Man and Galactus to steal the Beyonder's powers, and then he becomes... It's something like that. Something like that. But it doesn't matter, because in Secret Wars 2015... For those... but in Secret Wars 2015, like I just said, that's what happens. You know, Dr. Doom uses Molecule Man Owen Reese to steal the power of the Beyonder, therefore making himself God Emperor Doom. He then creates Battle Worlds, and then we have all the multiversal things going on, and that's where we have a lot of that shit happening there. So, for those of you that are only going to read 1 issue, here are 4 things for you guys to read. There is not just one thing for you. If you really just want to read 1 issue and 1 issue only, read Secret Wars number 5. Secret Wars number 5 is also the comic book that was teased in the Deadpool trailer. I don't know if a lot of you know that, but that's where that pops up at, in the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. So if you're only going to read one comic, read that one, because Feige put it on screen for everybody to see, so everyone knows what the hell is about to happen. And if you guys are like, what the hell are you talking about? That didn't happen. There you go. If you're going to say, what? There was no Secret Wars tease. There it is right there. That's the tease right there. So that's why I say, if you only want to read one thing for real and you're going to cop out, then you could read Secret Wars number 5. But if you want to read more than one issue so you know what's going on, here are these 4 issues. If you want to read even more than that, I could add some Fantastic Four stuff here as well. Technically, I could add a Fantastic Four comic to this if you want to know what's going on in the Fantastic Four. But this is a more share line to Secret Wars. So you can understand Dr. Doom a little bit. You want to understand the dynamic of Tony Stark and Dr. Doom. More than anything, you want to understand the dynamic of Tony Stark and Victor Von Doom, because those characters are very synonymous with each other. Those characters are two sides of the same coins. Dr. Doom is arguably more like Tony Stark than he is Reed Richards. Dead ass. So, especially with how cocky and shit they are, like unequivocally, Tony Stark and Dr. Doom are two sides of the same coin. Both of these comics will portray that beautifully. Like, Infamous Iron Man will really give you the better side of Dr. Doom, that hero side that he really does have, the side of him that really does try to fight for the right thing, even though he usually always fails at it. And then this comic will highlight the differences in both of those characters. You know what I mean? That's definitely going to highlight the differences in both of those characters by a large margin, by like a large margin. Like a very, very large margin. So yeah, get those 4 comics if you want to know those things about that stuff. I'll give you guys a chance to screenshot it. Go ahead and screenshot that if you're here on YouTube. I'll give you a chance to screenshot it so you can see the whole thing. If you're over here on TikTok, give me a second, and then I'll give you guys a chance to screenshot that too. So on YouTube, I'm giving you that chance right now to screenshot this so you can have these comics. Me and Beezy put this list together yesterday. Infamous Iron Man is my recommendation. Time Runs Out is Beezy's recommendation, and then we both recommend Demon in the Armor in Secret Wars number 5. I mean, we both recommend all 4 of these, but like as we were talking, I said Infamous Iron Man. He was like, "Oh, and Time Runs Out." You know what I mean? It's gonna give you a lot more context when it comes to all of that stuff. And then if you're on TikTok, you guys can go ahead and screenshot now, so you can have that ready for you too. Does that say, what if Demon possessed Deadpool? Yes, it does. Yes, it does say, what if Venom possessed Deadpool? I believe that's what it says. Let me not get to lying. Let me make sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's I think that's the next 4 issue. Well, not the next, but that's also something that happened here. Yeah, that's what it says right there. Pretty crazy. Wild. Okay. You know, if you think this film was foreshadowed in Deadpool 2 when after he killed his origin self, he tells Logan, one day your pal Wade will ask you to get back in the game in the saddle. When he does, say yes. Yeah, bro. Foreshadowing all the way around, brother. This shit is not, I'm telling you, man. The breadcrumbs are always there, bro. They're always there. Always. The stakes, the villain, the heart, it was a very good movie. Fantastic. Sensei, what if we did Secret Wars for Book Club? I am so down to do Secret Wars for Book Club. For real. That would actually be heat. That would actually be heat. We could definitely do Secret Wars for Book Club. And then I could also start doing my my readings of them as well. Because you guys know I've been teasing that I want to do the whole, you know, I want to start covering comics here. And if you guys watch one of my latest videos, you see that that was all voiceover. I didn't show up in it once. So I'm trying to, you know, get better at it. Like how I just was talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, that's one way that I could do the comic thing. And then I could also read the comics like more as an interactive way, you know? And like actually like go through the comic like panel by panel type vibe. Seeing X-23 older was surprising at first, considering last time we saw her, she was a child. Yeah, brother. Crazy. But we do know that, you know, Sylvie, she was aging in the void and not outside of the void and all that stuff. So it was very jarring, but it lets you know, bruh. She lived on in her world for a while. Venomized Loki. Can I read them in any order? I think you asked that before I put all that stuff out. So, I heard they showed a Thunderbolts trailer at Comic-Con. I don't think they did. Because the Fantastic Four footage that they showed, it leaked online really quickly. And it looks fantastic, by the way, you guys. Yeah, I heard they didn't show a Thunderbolts trailer. Yeah, I don't think they did. Isn't Time Runs Out a Flash title? I have no idea. It might be. It's very possible. I think I might have answered this one already. For those of you who only read one thing, here are 4 things to read. That is the nerd thing to say, right? That is a definite nerd answer right there. We want to read them all, brother. Hey, read them all. Read them all. Read the entire run. Both of those runs. All these runs are crazy, you guys. Like, these comic book runs are wild. No cap, bro. All of them that I just gave you guys are really good. Like, I think I love Infamous Iron Man. I don't know how other people feel about it, but it puts together some of my 2 favorite people. What's the Fantastic Four that you recommend? That is such a good question. You know what? I did not have a Fantastic Four comic ready for you guys. Psych! Sorry, I hope I didn't scare anybody with that. Fit to screen. Let me put this up on TikTok side too, so you guys can see it. God damn. There it is. So this is issue 1 of the Fantastic Four. I think this is Forever. Fantastic Four Forever, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure I'm right about that. Yeah. Yes, this is a 4-issue run, Fantastic Four Forever. So yeah, that's the comic that you're gonna run and read for F4. Especially because if you look, you can clearly see Reed Richards is old man Reed Richards, you know, with the salt and pepper going on. So, you know, there you have it. Yeah, it does. I'll read if I got a short list. Yeah, this is your short list. Those 4 comics are your short list for sure. I'm gonna have to write that on here, Marvel Bros short list, and then put it out as a picture. Hell of a conundrum, huh, fam? Hey, I'm just saying. So read them in that order? Yeah, I would suggest reading them in that order. Only because the Doom stuff is new, Secret Wars is later on, right? Secret Wars isn't happening yet. So, and I guess since you guys asked about the Fantastic Four, you're going to want to read that first because Fantastic Four is happening first. But the Doom news is the biggest right now. So watch the Doom stuff, then read the Doom stuff, then read the Fantastic stuff, then you can read Time Runs Out and Secret Wars. Iron Man and Doom, Fantastic Four, Secret Wars. That's 5 issues. Not a bad 5 issues if I'm going to be honest with you. Now I got to update my list, damn it. Nah, I'm not updating my list because my list is strictly for Secret Wars. My list is strictly to help you understand Secret Wars. Oh, bro, but I guess Fantastic Four is going to have a thing to do in Secret Wars, so no. I refuse. I refuse to add another issue to this list. What do you call it when Deadpool drives the Avengers to work? Carpool. All right, Marisu. That's what you want to do? All right. We can do it. Movie was lit. Yo, I'm happy you liked it, Silent. It was fantastic. How does someone join a book club? Well, right now, the way that we do book club, this is probably going to get a kind of a change as we add more things to read and take a part of. But right now, we do book club on Wednesdays. That might have to change too because of the comic book stuff that's going on. I don't know. The comic book store that I go to, they do stuff on Wednesdays at the same time that we do book club. So it's kind of putting a wrench in the way that I want to run book club, depending on what I do with the comic book clubhouse. But we usually we get a portion of chapters to read each week. We read those chapters, and then after we read those chapters, we come together every week and talk about that portion of the reading and just nerd out about it. So it's kind of like what we do with watch parties around here. If you don't know, we do watch parties around here too. So whatever show that is probably the most popular at that moment, we usually do watch parties and reviews for those, which means whenever the release date is for that show, we watch it. So if it releases at midnight weekly, we watch it at midnight weekly here on the channel, and then we talk about it. But with book club, we read it offline, and then online we talk about it. But I do want to add, you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with my Patreon and all these other things soon, to where you guys will be able to join other book clubs that I'll be doing, like maybe comic book club on the side, or different types of comic book clubs on the side as well. But yeah, right now you just show up to the live. I usually always will schedule it, especially when I know that it's set. Usually when we do book club, it is a set thing. It's like, okay, this is the day of the week, this is the time that we're gonna do it, and then we just all hold that to be the thing. You know what I mean? We all hold that to a certain light, I guess. So yeah. Yeah, we are starting Mistborn soon. We should be starting in August with Mistborn. And I also want to do Secret Wars as well. I do want to do Secret Wars. I do want to cover a couple of other comic book runs. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do. So we'll see. We'll see how we'll see how we do it. But yeah, man, it's been a W stream. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in. It's been amazing. We've been able to nerd out about all of these different things, man. Like, it's been incredible, for real. We've really had a good day. I think we've had a good day. It's been a good stream, man. I've loved talking to all you amazing nerds. If you haven't already, make sure you join the family. Drop a follow. Subscribe, whether you're on YouTube or TikTok. Make sure you join the family, man. We always have these nerdy discussions about different things that are going to be going on. And I'm pretty sure probably every day this week we will have a different nerdy discussion. And I really do want to possibly go live from the Comic Book Clubhouse and just kind of have some nerdy discussions there with other nerds, and that might happen and it might not. So I don't know yet. I don't know yet completely, but that is something that I want to do. So you guys will know what's going on. But tomorrow we're either going to talk about the Dr. Doom stuff. Tomorrow we're either going to talk about Doomsday and Secret Wars again, or we'll talk about Fantastic Four. What I want to kind of do is go backwards from how everything was announced at Comic-Con. So that would be, you know, we just, like I said, tomorrow we would probably do Doomsday and Secret Wars, and then Wednesday we would do Fantastic Four. Thursday we would probably do the Thunderbolts, and then Friday we would probably finish it off with doing Captain America Brave New World. And then each one of those days just kind of nerding out and talking about each thing, because we will progressively get farther and farther away from San Diego Comic-Con, obviously. So, you know, the things will go down in hype as the week goes on, and people stop rage baiting over RDJ being Dr. Doom. But with all that being said, if you guys haven't already, make sure you follow us on social media at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. You can also follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing we may be partaking on at that particular time. And of course, don't forget to check out that weekly podcast wherever you guys check out your podcasts at. Type in Marvel Bros in the search bar, check it out, give us a review, and let us know how we do. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in with us and vibing out. And as I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Excelsior.
Hello there.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com. Buy some merch. Represent Superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you later next time. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.
And on today's pop culture news update.
On today's pop culture